Hello, you all. Welcome to Street Politics with Talessia. And if you wonder why I'm in the dark, I'm on my way. I have a flight at 6 a.m., so it's still dark outside. And plus, I still have to run to the bank. But anywho, I wanted to discuss the debate last night, presidential debate. Let me tell you something. These last 10, it was something to remember. It made me feel some type of way as an American citizen, as a person that was born on this soil. It just made me feel some type of way. Like, I just felt like I just got slapped in the face and like I couldn't do nothing about it. That's how it made me feel. So the first, basically to me, the first hour and 20 minutes was all dedicated to immigration. The things that they would do for illegal. All 10 of them that was on stage last night. Yang Gang, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders. It was so many of them. Can't even think of the rest of the other ones' names. They all said that they will give undocumented immigrants free health care. Now, that's a problem with me. You want to know why it's a problem with me? Because we have Americans here that some companies would turn them away or make their premiums go up if they find out they got stage 4 breast cancer, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Their premiums go up. Some people can't get insurance because it's too much. We have a problem with getting Americans, our own Americans, health insurance. So you mean to tell me how you gonna give somebody else something that you ain't even giving your own people don't even have it? It was a big pandering to and then this is what really, I'm gonna tell you what really pissed me off. What really pissed me off was when they said they will not make it to where basically if they cross over here illegally, they won't make it a crime. It would be just something like I forgot the word they use. Now that, I think I don't even think I was so furious with that, because let me tell you something. I have 3 prison numbers. I went to prison 3 times. I had my first son, I had him in prison, and in Marysville in Ohio, they have a baby program. I was able to keep him because I had a non-violent crime. I was sent to prison for 7 months for my first felony and for receiving stolen property and theft. Basically, I was boosting and stealing out the malls. They gave me 7 months. I applied for judicial release. They wouldn't let me out. They just made me do my whole time. I don't know why. That was my first time going to prison. That was my first time ever catching a felony, whatever the case may be. Now, you mean to tell me if they come over here and do something illegally, you not gonna make it to where it's a crime? And if I commit a crime, you gonna charge me. It's people that's sitting in prison for defending themselves it's battered women sitting in prison that killed their boyfriend, killed their husbands, or shot at them, and they in prison. So you mean to tell me that the illegal crimes that they do, and then they even went so far to say they won't even deport them on certain crimes, long as it's not non-violent. I say, you know what? At this point, that is the most. Who are y'all? Is this America? Is this the America that we in? That America turned their backs on their own people for another set of group of people that they really don't even care nothing about? They just want y'all votes. Let me tell you some illegal immigrants. You are the new black slaves. They don't care nothing about you. You think they care? If they don't care about us, how the hell you think they gonna care about you? They only care about your vote. Your vote is what they care about. They don't care about you. If they jail us, and especially black folks, If they jail us, like, and then they gon' pat y'all on the back, like, right then and there, I just felt like Donald Trump won. He won right there. Because even if people don't like him, that right there put the nail in the coffin. How y'all fighting for their rights more than y'all fighting for our own? Y'all talking about separation of kids. Let me tell you something. Go in our children family service and see about how they separate these kids here, American kids in foster homes. How they throw them around in foster home. They leave them in there for dead. Foster parents ain't no good, just getting the money for the check, run the kids in the ground, all kind of stuff. Our kids been separated. When I committed a crime, I didn't get to take my kid with me. They didn't care nothing about why I committed a crime. Let me tell you why I had start boosting and stealing out the mall. I was in and out of a foster home. In the last foster home, the son, he used to beat me. So the last time he put his hands on me, I prayed to God and said, if you get me about this situation, I will never in my life let anybody have control over my life ever again. I was like 14, 15 years old. I ran away from the foster home and never looked back. I have took care of myself ever since then. And that's why I started stealing, because one thing, when I was when I was going through my stuff in the foster home, I still went to school. It was just something in me to still go to school. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want nobody to know what was going on. You know, and I made it seem like the foster home was just this house I was in, this, that. So when I ran away from there, then I ran away from the system. The system didn't even come look for me. By the time the system caught up with me, I was 17 years old. And I told them, I'm not going, I don't need y'all for anything. I'm not going back to no foster home. I've been taking care of myself since I was 14. You know what I'm saying? So, when I ran away, I ran away with the clothes on my back. I started stealing. At first, I started stealing because I was going to school. I didn't have no clothes. I didn't want to get picked on. So I just started stealing clothes for me to go to school and wear. That's why I started stealing. So when I caught my case, I'm telling them all about this horrific stuff that happened to me in this foster home. Why I'm doing what I'm doing, and this, that. That's what they did. They gave me time in prison. They didn't give two fucks about me, my situation, my humanitarian crisis that I was going through. They didn't care nothing about that. They didn't care nothing about none of that. The own system that's supposed to be for me did me like that. And you sitting on TV telling me about some women that's fleeing for their life and this, that, and I fled for my life. Y'all had zero sympathy for me and my kids. Not an anchor baby. I had my kids on this soil. You had zero sympathy for me. So you mean to tell me that they get to do this and they don't get to do nothing? And I had a reason to do what I did. Some of these people that's catching cases, that commit crimes, they commit them for reasons. Some people don't. I didn't want to start stealing. That was my goal as a little girl. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to grow up and be a nurse. That was always my thing. I always loved to help people. I wanted to be a nurse. You know what I'm saying? So the horrific things that I endured in that last foster home, that last foster home that I was in, they didn't care about what I went through. They didn't care about the molestations. They didn't care about the beatings. They didn't care nothing about none of that. All they see me was as a thief committing a crime. A thief that's committing a crime. And I'm uncivilized. And prosecutors like Kamala Harris, the prosecutors like her, used to stand up in court and tell me that I'm a threat to society. I need to be taken up off the streets for stealing. But you had these people crossing the border for stealing. I'm a threat to society for stealing. and these people get to do all this stuff, and everybody just fine with it. It pissed me off. I tweeted, I can't believe that I was voting for the Democrats. I want to take back every vote. Well, I would give about 2 people out of the Democratic Party that's from Cleveland. They can keep my votes. But all them other votes, I wish I would never in life. I would never in life vote for you people again. You don't care nothing about black people. You don't care. Y'all was just talking about reparations. Y'all just had this big ass hearing in the House about reparations. Y'all get on stage and get to talk about illegal immigrants. I can't make this stuff up even if I wanted to. Y'all got on stage and talked about, y'all didn't bring up nothing about the black community. I think one of them had said something about policing or some crap like that. Policing in the community. That's it. So you mean to tell me all the pain and suffering that Americans do, because you got some people that commit crimes, they just a criminal, but you got other people that commit crimes to survive. And I know that might seem harsh, people might, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. You can't judge nobody's situation unless you've been in their situation. When they sit up there and raise their hand and said they'll get them free health care, when they sit up there and said they wasn't going to charge them for committing crimes, that was the biggest slap in my face. I thought about every time I went in front of them, the courtroom, and I told these people the reason, I told them what was going on in my life. I guess because I wasn't on drugs, they probably figured like, if you ain't on drugs and something, you perfectly fine. They didn't care. I got to the point I stopped telling them why you did. It don't matter why I did this. You gonna send me to jail anyway. I had closed down because the system failed me. Every time I went to court, I thought about the times I had to run away from foster homes. The system failed. This same system that's fighting for somebody else failed me. And you think that was terrible last night. Everybody want to make hype, fuss about, even me. I was saying stuff about, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. They about to eat each other. Because the next debate gonna get real dirty. I guarantee you, the next debate is going to get very dirty. Kamala Harris threw Joe Biden up under the bus real quick. In her voice, you could tell she sold out for that one. And when a person say, let me say off about this, I don't think you a racist. That's just like when somebody say, I ain't a racist, I got somebody black. That's the worst thing you can say to me. That's the worst excuse that you can say to me. She threw that man up under the bus and Joe Biden, his face looked like to me like he wanted to cry. He was so disappointed to the point he couldn't even clap back. He couldn't even say nothing back. It's like he zoned out while he let her go for the jugular. He did have some clapback and say, you went and been a prosecutor, I went and been a public defender. See, he should have went in more on her like that, because she came for you. But see, they're going to eat each other alive. They're going to pick each other apart one by one, like they always do anyway. And I'm just like really upset that they actually do that. And I actually used to plead for my life and tell them what was going on in the same courtrooms that these illegal aliens get to come in and do whatever they want. And then Kamala Harris gonna say she gonna get rid of these detention centers. Where they going? Girl, I'm about to call that lady a name. Where they going? They going to your mansion? Because they ain't coming nowhere but to the hood and run us out. To the poor, they going to the poor communities and continuously to take our jobs because the employers can pay them 2 cents an hour. Go down there in California, ask them people how they feel about illegal immigrants. They won't put a mic in their face. They won't put a mic in somebody's face in California that's a resident, that's in the hood, that's in a poor community. Oh, they won't put a mic in their face and ask them about illegal immigration and see how they feel. Because all they do is come over there illegally. Them people, they don't register them. They work for cheap labor. And they get rid of the other man because they can pay him lesser. That's what's going on. That's what go on. And the Democratic Party is losing the black vote. And as of tonight, Black Twitter had a field day. You know, I don't know if y'all know about Black Twitter, but check it out. Black Twitter had a field day with these. Everybody's so disappointed. Everybody I won't say everybody, majority of the people feel like that they care more about them than us. And yesterday was a sad day for America. It was a real sad day for America. But you know what? I'd rather for you to come out who you are. Now I see. They don't care about us, black folks. If you think they're giving you reparations, you got to be out your damn mind. You understand me? You will never get it. They will give them illegal immigrants reparations before they give you reparations. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And that's all I want to say. Them weirdos. I cannot wait to go to the polls. They might as well just listen. Donald Trump gonna be our president. Get ready for it. It is what it is. Deal with it. You all have a blessed day. Safe travels to me.